is a raw image. So this is not even like, I mean, this is just directly from the telescope right now.
October 3rd, that is when 3i Atlas swings by the big red planet and NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. That could give us our best look yet.
You're looking at a piece of what would have become a planet in another star system. This is a building block from somebody else's home.
The interstellar object 3, I/ATLAS, has forced astronomers into chaos. Its bizarre trajectory, a sudden green glow, and a size larger than predictions all point to something far stranger than a comet. Official reports play it safe, but leaked data suggests NASA withheld images showing anomalies too strange to dismiss. Avi Loeb, Harvard's most controversial astrophysicist, has been warning this moment would come. Now, new revelations suggest he may have been right. Did Avi Loeb know the truth all along? Was 3i/ATLAS quietly covered up to avoid global fear? Join us as we uncover the massive updates on 3i/ATLAS. The mysterious interstellar visitor. News of an extraordinary object from beyond our solar system racing toward the blazing sun is quite intriguing. This object is reported to be moving at a breathtaking speed of about 61 kilometers every single second. Astonishing scientists with its sudden arrival and mysterious origins. First spotted in July, this cosmic traveller, named 3i/Atlas, has already carved a place in history as only the third interstellar visitor ever observed, following the enigmatic Oumuamua in 2017 and the icy Comet 2, I/Borisov in 2019. Excitement quickly escalated when the powerful Hubble Space Telescope captured the striking image of this wandering outsider, offering researchers a rare and thrilling chance to study its chemical fingerprints and physical features. Dr. Rebecca Allen, the co-director of Swinburne's Space Technology and Industry Institute, humanity had never before encountered such an object to study up close, making the discovery an irresistible scientific opportunity. And with these massive updates from Hubble, some in the scientific community are noting it feels like Avi Loeb knew it all along when he championed the profound importance of studying interstellar objects. Curiosity only grew as experts questioned where this celestial vagabond truly came from, with Dr. Laura Dreesen, a radio astronomer at the University of Sydney, explaining that while its birthplace remained uncertain, there was no doubt it had travelled from outside the solar system. Its name reflects that unique identity. I for interstellar, 3 as the third detection of its kind, and Atlas for the wide network of telescopes, the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System that first identified it. In Hubble's haunting image, 3i/Atlas appeared like a ghostly snowball, its hazy glow created by a coma of gas and dust boiling off its sunlit surface, with faint signs of a developing tail trailing behind. Allen explained that as the comet edged closer to the sun, the dazzling chemical signatures of alien molecules would shine even brighter, and through a technique called spectroscopy, scientists could analyze the light to determine its exact makeup, possibly revealing whether it formed in a solar system like ours or in a drastically different environment. Estimates based on Hubble's measurements suggested the object's diameter ranged from under 5.6 kilometers to as little as 320 meters, making it a relatively small but still significant traveller. Racing along at more than 200,000 kilometers per hour, 3i/Atlas is set to glide between the orbits of Mars and Earth before swinging past the Sun. Because it follows a hyperbolic orbit, it is not bound by the Sun's gravity, meaning it will shoot back out into interstellar space once its fiery encounter is over. Unlike familiar comets such as Halley's, which endlessly circle the Sun, this icy wanderer is a one-time visitor. Astronomers predict it will come within about 210 million kilometers of the Sun between October and December, and NASA has calculated its closest distance to Earth will be roughly 270 million kilometers. A safe but tantalizing pass. Still, As Konstowitzis from the Astronomical Society of Victoria explained, observers must temper their excitement. Although it will brighten as it nears the sun, it will remain faint, appearing only as a smudge, even in larger amateur telescopes. He reminded eager stargazers that while several comets every year shine brightly enough for binoculars, this rare interstellar jewel is not one of them, unless one has access to a powerful telescope. Even so, its faint appearance hasn't dimmed curiosity. If anything, the mystery deepens, because while most comets are just icy wanderers, some scientists believe this one could be far more unusual. Could 3I/ATLAS really be just another cosmic ice ball, or might it be something much stranger? Alien technology, or just cosmic ice? In just a few weeks, the extraordinary interstellar comet is expected to glide past the Sun, threading its mysterious path between the orbits of Mars and Earth. Unlike ordinary celestial visitors, this one has already stirred waves of speculation and excitement, largely due to the bold insights of Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who suggested that the comet might not be a natural traveller at all, but instead some kind of alien technology dispatched from a distant solar system, a theory that seems more prescient than ever, with the latest 3I/ATLAS massive updates seeming to confirm Avi Loeb knew it all along. Over the weekend, he explained that the object could even be on a mission to release mini-probes, strange and potentially invasive devices that might reach Earth, forcing humanity to face the unsettling idea that this wandering body carries secrets far beyond our comprehension. During his appearance on Elizabeth Vargas Reports, Loeb reflected on the question of whether the comet contained alien technology, noting that if it did, the object might maneuver itself in deliberate ways. Yet, he and his fellow scientists had observed no such behaviour so far, leaving a cloak of uncertainty still wrapped tightly around the comet's identity. He warned that another possibility was equally dramatic, that the comet could unleash smaller objects, sending them drifting toward the planets, while it itself pressed onward through the solar system and into the void toward the next star. For now, he said, humanity had little choice but to keep its eyes sharply focused on this enigmatic traveller. But Loeb also admitted that there remained a far simpler explanation, one that stripped away all the dazzling theories and chilling possibilities. 3I/ATLAS might just be a colossal rock sheathed in ice, its surface releasing faint vapours as it basked in the sun's glow, a natural object after all. To help measure the comet's mystery, Loeb introduced a new scale, ranging from 0 to 10, designed to distinguish between natural and technological phenomena. He placed 3I/ATLAS at a 4 on this intriguing spectrum, a ranking that signified a balance between doubt and wonder. The reasoning, he explained, lay in the immense inferred size of the comet, which stretched an astonishing 20 to 46 kilometres across, unless, of course, a dense cloud of dust surrounded it, scattering sunlight and making it appear larger than it truly was. Yet, if the higher estimates were accurate, then this object would be 1,000,000 times more massive than any interstellar body humanity had previously observed, a fact that seemed almost implausible since interstellar space simply lacked enough material to fashion something of such enormity. This contradiction only deepened the mystery, transforming 3I/ATLAS from a mere astronomical event into a gripping cosmic riddle. The more scientists studied it, the more questions piled up. How could an object so immense even exist in the first place, and what force was driving its strange journey? These baffling contradictions made 3I/ATLAS feel less like a simple comet and more like a messenger from the unknown. So, what exactly makes this interstellar visitor so mysterious? A cosmic visitor wrapped in mystery. Most of the points mentioned by Loeb revolve around the unusual and puzzling trajectory of 3I/ATLAS, an object whose behaviour has left scientists both intrigued and unsettled, and with the latest 3 I/ATLS. Massive updates from observatories around the world. It seems Avi Loeb knew it all along. Unlike the only other known interstellar travellers, the slender and enigmatic Oumuamua and the icy comet Borisov, discovered in 2019, this cosmic wanderer is racing through the solar system at a much higher velocity and has slipped in from an unexpected angle. Instead of following a familiar path, it has approached the Sun's side-on, tilting against the flow of our star's orbit through the Milky Way, as though it were deliberately charting its own rebellious course. Loeb suggested in his paper that the object's unusual path could offer subtle advantages to an advanced extraterrestrial intelligence, should one be using the celestial visitor to secretly monitor Earth. He noted that its route brings it dangerously close to 3 planets, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, with minimum distances so small that they could provide the perfect opportunity for an alien presence to discreetly deposit mysterious devices without arousing suspicion. Loeb further observed that the timing of 3I/ATLAS's journey is peculiar, for at its closest approach to the Sun in late October, the object will be tucked neatly on the far side of our star, hidden from Earth's telescopes at the exact moment it shines brightest. He reasoned that this clever positioning could be intentional, designed to avoid the piercing eyes of astronomers while perhaps even launching strange mechanisms toward Earth from its hidden perch. NASA's map, charting the planetary orbits as glowing rings, paints a dramatic picture of the intruder's darting path across the solar system, slicing through the ordered lanes like an unpredictable streak of light. Adding to the mystery is the staggering speed of 3I/ATLAS, which makes any attempt at interception with spacecraft almost impossible. Researchers argued that this near impracticality of pursuit might itself hint at clandestine motives, as if the object were deliberately engineered to resist human scrutiny before vanishing back into the void. Loeb also pointed out that, at its current speed, 3I/ATLAS would have pierced the outer edges of our solar system roughly 8,000 years ago, a time eerily close to when human civilization first developed the ability to document history with primitive technologies. Though he stopped short of stating exactly what this connection implied, the tantalizing suggestion lingers like an unsolved riddle. Yet, even with all these speculations, researchers admitted that definitive evidence is still absent. Despite the object being labelled a comet, no telltale volatiles, the chemical signatures that give comets their glowing tails and streaming comas, have yet been identified in the 3I/ATLAS massive updates. This absence of familiar traits deepens the mystery, leaving open the possibility that 3I/ATLAS is not a comet at all, but something altogether different. A notion that proponents of Loeb's work say shows he was ahead of the curve, and that Avi Loeb knew it all along. Still, the lack of familiar traits keeps the door open to other possibilities, fueling both wonder and speculation. Could 3I/ATLAS really be something beyond the ordinary, or are scientists beginning to close in on a more grounded explanation? The mystery deepens. Since the discovery of 3I/ATLAS, researchers have been working tirelessly to identify this wandering celestial visitor, and the overwhelming consensus remains that it is a comet. Darrell Seligman, an astronomer at Michigan State University who spearheaded the first study quantifying the object, emphasized through his observations that numerous telescopic images had already demonstrated the classic signs of cometary activity, a detail that strongly supported its natural origins. Samantha Lawler, an astronomer from the University of Regina with expertise in solar system dynamics, reinforced this perspective by explaining that all evidence pointed to it being an ordinary comet, one that had been ejected from another solar system in the same way billions had been expelled from our own. The assumptions that the object lacked volatile compounds were, according to experts, premature, especially since it was still far from the Sun. It would not be typical to expect direct evidence of volatiles at such a distance, adding that these hidden compounds would likely reveal themselves in the weeks or months to come as 3I/ATLAS massive updates from ongoing observations poured in, drawn out by solar warmth. Even Avi Loeb, who had stirred intrigue with the bold suggestion of alien technology, admitted in his writings that this was a long shot, clarifying that the most probable outcome was that 3I/ATLAS was a completely natural interstellar traveller, most likely a comet. Avi Loeb knew it all along that his own provocative hypothesis was the less likely scenario. Despite this, his speculations sparked widespread debate and drew attention away from the collaborative scientific efforts being made worldwide. Many astronomers voiced their frustration with the distraction. Chris Lintott, an Oxford researcher who had been part of the team simulating the comet's galactic origins, expressed that astronomers across the globe had been thrilled by the arrival of this rare visitor, working together with advanced telescopes to uncover its secrets. To him, the idea of artificial origins was more than just far-fetched. It was an insult to the groundbreaking and exciting scientific work taking place. Still, while some dismissed the artificial origins theory outright, others argued that the mystery was far from settled. Competing voices soon clashed, turning 3I/ATLAS from a mere discovery into the centre of a fiery scientific standoff. Was this truly just another comet, or something that could rewrite what we know about the cosmos? The cosmic debate. In the heart of a heated scientific debate, Avi Loeb has warned in a blog post that if his extraordinary hypothesis turned out to be true, the consequences for humanity could be dire, perhaps even requiring desperate defensive measures that might ultimately prove useless. While he admitted he did not fully embrace the idea himself, he emphasized that such theories deserved serious analysis rather than dismissal, urging the scientific community to nurture curiosity and seek evidence instead of prematurely claiming to hold all the answers. His warnings grew bolder when he told Elizabeth Vargas that the object could be designed to release tiny mini-probes capable of infiltrating planets, leaving open two distinct possibilities. Either the comet might maneuver itself in ways still undetected, or it could scatter probes across the solar system before continuing its voyage to another star. It's a perspective that makes one wonder if, should Future 3 I/ATLAS massive updates confirm his most radical ideas, we might look back and say, Avi Loeb knew it all along. NASA scientists, however, dismissed the alien probe theory with resolute confidence. The agency has tracked the comet with telescopes both on Earth and in space, including the powerful Hubble, and their findings strongly suggest it is a natural celestial body. Tom Statler, NASA's lead scientist for solar system small bodies, explained that it looked and behaved exactly like a comet, echoing every known pattern of icy visitors that wander near the Sun. He stressed that the evidence overwhelmingly pointed to a natural origin, not an artificial one. Statler also noted that the true significance of 3I/ATLAS lay not in any potential threat. It would pass no closer to Earth than 170 million miles, but in its rarity. With only 3 such interstellar comets discovered so far, he said these objects offered humanity an unprecedented glimpse into the composition of distant solar systems. While some envision alien technology cloaked in icy disguise, and others see only a fleeting cosmic rock, the comet continues its silent journey, a reminder of how vast the universe is and how much remains hidden within its dazzling mysteries. Whether seen as alien technology or a wandering shard of cosmic ice, one thing is certain: 3I/ATLAS refuses to remain ordinary. Just when astronomers thought they had it figured out, the comet unveiled a new surprise: a series of 3I/ATLAS massive updates that included it glowing in an otherworldly shade that raised even more questions. Could this strange green glow be the key to unlocking its true nature? A revelation that would prove Avi Loeb knew it all along. The mysterious green glow of 3I/ATLAS. The Manhattan-sized interstellar object has stunned astronomers as it rockets closer to the Sun, its once dull red surface now glowing with a striking green brilliance, leading experts to remark that it seems as if something had suddenly switched on inside it to spark this strange and anomalous evolution. Scientists from the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope in Chile revealed that within just 2 weeks, the object began releasing dramatic amounts of cyanide and nickel gas, a burst of outgassing so powerful that it altered its colour completely and left researchers both thrilled and unsettled. They explained that the pattern of increases was superlinear, a strange phenomenon whose limits were not dictated by the usual drivers, such as photon availability or the ordinary rise of temperature. Instead, they suggested the sharp surge might be more likely the result of a hidden temperature-activated threshold process, something that, once triggered, would awaken and release powerful reactions. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb compared the effect to the rules of entry for a theatre, saying that it was like needing a minimum amount of money before a ticket could be purchased, with the more wealth one had improving the seating, but not bypassing the basic requirement of that first threshold. He pointed out that the object's strange glow might be following exactly this principle, remaining dormant until reaching a certain critical heat point before bursting into action. This interpretation, now gaining powerful traction with the latest 3I/ATLAS massive updates, suggests Avi Loeb knew it all along when he proposed such threshold mechanisms could govern non-human technology. Loeb later expanded in his blog that the ATLAS team believed this unusual evolution reflected a transition, shifting from simple sunlight scattering off dust on a reddened surface to the sudden production of tiny, icy grains that created a dazzlingly bright plume of material, one that completely transformed the object's appearance and opacity. Earlier observations had baffled astronomers because the massive traveller carried no traditional cometary tail, even though many experts initially labelled it a comet. Yet now, the latest images from Hubble, Gemini North, and the Deep Random Survey Telescope show that 3I/ATLAS is not only glowing with eerie light, but may even be emitting some of it on its own. Stranger still, instead of scattering light away from the sun like an ordinary comet would, its mysterious trail stretches toward the star, defying expectations and fueling speculation about what exactly this object could be. Some astronomers whispered theories of alien technology, though most lean toward rare but natural cosmic processes, still unable to fully explain the green transformation. What added to the sense of awe was the rarity of its path. Loeb calculated that its journey through the inner solar system, slipping past several planets close enough for detailed study, had a mere 0.02% chance of ever occurring, making this event one of the most improbable in modern space observation. As images flood in from telescopes around the world, each frame shows the alien traveller shimmering with a ghostly emerald hue, daring humanity to uncover its secrets while reminding us that the cosmos still holds phenomena that slip beyond even the sharpest scientific expectations. If 3I/ATLAS isn't just a comet, what does that mean for the way we understand our place in the universe? And why are agencies hiding key data from the public? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.